I have a degree in biotechnology. Interest in alternative medicine comes from my childhood because my father, he was a homeopathic practitioner. My siblings and I and the whole family were brought up with homeopathic medicine. Like, we don't go to paracetamol or ibuprofen, we go to homeopathic. And I was very close to my father. He could talk to me his homeopathy, about how it works. So it really intrigued me when I was growing up, to a point that during school holiday I would gather all these informations, make a scrapbook, collect the leaves, collect the herbals fresh, and then dry them, like a hobby. Even when my children were growing up, there's alternative medicine around the house. Even though my husband is in conventional medicine, I tried to raise my children with some alternative medicine because it worked for me. When Latifa started to develop these dry skin patches on her bodies, I didn't realize that it was going to be eczema. For me, it's just babies with dry skin. Her first summer, I took her to park. We were walking, and then she was playing on the grass. And on the way back, because it was like a long walk, half an hour walk, and she started to itch really, really bad. And because she was wearing summer clothes, it was short sleeve, everything was short, and then she started to bleed. I think from that on, because the skin was already broken, and she started to develop really, really badly over the summer of that year. We went to see a GP, and then this is what the GP gave us, but nothing seems to work. What motivated me, looking at how my daughter suffered at the time. She didn't get sleep, constantly itching. She slept late, and then she woke up 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. In daytime, she would be tired. She still want to play. She's a happy child. I can see she wasn't rested properly. I also didn't get sleep because I had to be awake with her. And when she itched, her skin fell off on the bed. I had to constantly get rid of it. It's like sand, cover the bed. I had to wake up 3-4 times a night just to sweep it off so she could sleep comfortable, and constantly applying cream on her, and that would wake her up. When she itched, then I would wake up, put cream on her, and then she won't be pacified. Give her Pyritons, give her medicine. I had to sleep downstairs with her because my husband had to have his rest because he had to go to work the next day. I first found this cream when I went to see my acupuncture therapist. I used this on my daughter. It has hemp in it, up on top of all other ingredients. Beeswax, organic sunflower oil, or organic olive oil, and I know some of them from my previous knowledge in homeopathy. So there are calendula, chickweed, nettle, and calamine, which is very good for skin in terms of, it helps with the rashes, with the broken skin, antibacterial properties in them. The main ingredients is hemp. When I first bought it, I didn't think of it as ganja or marijuana. I think of it as solution to my daughter's problem. I bought it online then, and now hemp oil is already been legalized in this country. As a Muslim, I have no problem at all using hemp or ganja on skin, or even herbal tinctures that have some alcohol in it, just to preserve its form, because there's no other solutions. Religion is a pathway of life. Understanding it is more important than just give it a big label to say alcohol is haram, ganja is haram. If you abuse it, it becomes haram. Since I started using my cream on my daughter, which was nearly 3 years ago now, over the year, I could see that her skin has improved so much. All of that skin over a year period of time, it started to become like my skin or her brother's skin, because before her skin was so thin that every time she stretch it, it will crack. The first time I noticed that her skin became so smooth and like supple, I was really emotional because I never seen my daughter's skin like that for 2 years. You can imagine, you saw people's children and you think, oh, how I wish my daughter's skin would be like that. But when I first saw it, when she was about 2 years old, And I showed to my husband, and both of us were like speechless. I raised my daughter. I watched her grow, every seconds of her life. But to come to realization that her skin has gone back to normal, it just moved me. And it just made me think that if I can do this to my own daughter, I want to help other parents. This soap that I made, so I can use it in my washing machine to wash my clothes and my daughter's clothes, everybody's clothes. If people want to buy it because they want to try to see if the eczema can get better or not, I will sell them. I wish I can sell it to people here in the UK, over there in Malaysia, to my relatives in Singapore, and then I have friends in the USA, they've already bought them. Some friends in Ireland already bought them. Yes, I wish to make it worldwide, because I'm sure everywhere you will find children with eczema. You will find people with eczema. And I don't sell it expensive, because I know not everybody are made of money. And you don't just use one jar to repair the skin of eczema. I started 2014. I made every 2 months, and every time I made, there would be like a lot of jars. I would keep it in the fridge, and then when it's nearly finished, then I make a new batch. So if I keep buying the cream, I probably spend £10,000. But not everybody are made of money. I said to my friend, if I can help people in a way that can reduce the cost, that's what I will do. So when I sell my cream to my friends, I said, I'm not going to print any label because that's going to add cost to me. And why you need the label anyway? You can find the information on my Facebook, on my Instagram, what ingredients in it, how to look after it, when I make it. All of that is available online now. Why should I put it in a nice box? You're not going to keep the box. You're going to throw it away. Whenever we buy cream, we're not going to keep the box. If you bring back the jar to me, I will reduce the cost of the jar from the price that you pay for my cream. I'm selling it as a hobby to help other people. That's how I want to do it.
Quiet time, got myself a little bit of quiet time. Hush now, demon, sleep tonight. Got myself a little bit of quiet time, thinking that I might play a CD that a girl made just for me. Black and white movie, just like living should be, and dream myself to sleep. Dream I'm at the party where sunshine leaves a rain, and sat with all